20 Empire State Buildings could fit inside one building. That building is the Mukaab, a 400-meter-tall, 400-meter-wide cube at the heart of Riyadh's new Murabba. Planned as the world's largest built structure by volume, it packs 2 million square meters of floor area into a single iconic form. Excavation is already racing ahead, 86% complete, with more than 10 million cubic meters of earth moved. A temporary bridge over King Khalid Road is cutting an estimated 800,000 truck movements to protect city traffic. Inside, a spiraling tower and an immersive dome of holographic visuals aims to create a gateway to another world. Backed by Vision 2030, the wider district targets 334,000 jobs and 180 billion SAR, which is approximately equal to 48 billion US dollars in non-oil GDP. Ambition is not the question. Delivery is. How can you even build a city within a cube? To understand the cube, first you have to understand the moment. Saudi Arabia is rewriting its story. For decades, oil powered the economy. It built the roads, the cities, and the wealth. But what happens when the future depends on a single resource? That future is fragile. Enter Vision 2030, a national pivot. The mission? Diversify the economy, grow tourism, spark new industries, monetize the kingdom. It sounds simple to say, but it's hard to do. How do you build a new engine for growth? That's where New Murabba comes in. A bold move in the plan. A vast new downtown rising in northwest Riyadh. Millions of square meters devoted to culture, commerce, and community. A city designed with the 15-minute mindset. Live, work, and play all close together. Green spaces, walking paths, cycling tracks, even its own transport system so people can move without cars. The idea isn't only to impress, it's to work. And at the center of it all stands the cube, the Mukab, a new icon, its shape rooted in Najdi tradition, triangular motifs, patterns, light, and geometry. Heritage forms pushed into the future, scaled to the size of a city. The promise is clear. Hundreds of thousands of jobs and tens of billions added to the non-oil economy. And there is motion, not just renderings, but real progress. Excavation at the Mukab site and the podium zones around it has raced ahead. Reports say 86% of the digging is complete. Over 10 million cubic meters of earth have already been moved. Every shovel of sand is proof that this isn't just a picture, it's happening. But how do you keep a project this big from disrupting a city? The answer? Build smarter. A temporary bridge over King Khalid Road now connects the site, cutting an estimated 800,000 heavy truck trips on public streets. It's a clever move to keep traffic flowing. The numbers tell their own story. Around 900 workers show up every day. Around 250 excavators and more than 400 machines grind away nonstop. Millions of safe work hours have been logged. The result? A live construction theater unfolding in real time. So why the cube? Because the country wants a symbol you can't ignore. A place that merges spectacle with function. A magnet for visitors, tenants, residents, and talent. Something bold enough that you can point to and say, that is Riyadh now. And that's where the real challenge begins. Building it. Start with the shell. The Mukab is planned to be 400 meters in every direction, a true three-dimensional giant. But what makes it more than just size? The exterior reinterprets Najdi patterns as a futuristic skin, triangular facets, shimmering planes, even talk of programmable AI-driven displays. The cube is not just mass, it's a canvas. Step inside and the numbers stretch the mind. Roughly 2 million square meters of floor space, a central spiraling tower rising within a vast atrium, and above it all, the inner sky. It works like a holodome, an immersive envelope that can change in an instant. Imagine fine dining under shifting auroras, retail under a desert sunset that never ends, hotels and homes with windows that open to a digital horizon. The promise? A layered, multi-sensory world where sound, light, and motion blend into one show. Under the skin, the program is a city in parts, about 104 residential units across the wider New Murabba plan, 9,000 hotel rooms, offices by the million square meter, almost a million square meters of retail. Add community facilities and more than 80 cultural and entertainment venues. There's space for a museum, a technology and design university, an immersive theater, and public squares alive day and night. The idea is simple but bold. Keep everything within reach, 15 minutes from door to need. Now, the hard part. How do you hold up a space this big? Traditional towers stack floors and pour columns, but the cube asks for something else. You need to spread a huge load across long spans while still keeping the void that makes the atrium feel endless. So how do you do that? By pushing structure and materials right to their limits. It's a balancing act. Strength, stiffness, and weight juggled like knives in a sandstorm. And every choice of beam or frame ricochets through cost, schedule, and even how the thing gets built. Then comes the show. The holographic system is not some small room trick. It's a full-scale world. The tech to create immersive visuals is here, but not often at this size. Stitching together giant projections or layers of mixed reality across a dome taller than whole buildings is a leap. Resolution, brightness, heat, maintenance, sync, failover. At this scale, everything grows. A small glitch becomes a giant seam, and the dream is clear. Erase the line between real and rendered. But doing that at a size no one has ever tried before? That's a frontier problem. And there's still more. Power and systems add another layer. A building this big works like a living creature. It must cool, heat, light, lift, and move people all the time. That calls for electrical backbones strong enough to carry huge loads, smart lighting that sips energy, automation that senses and adjusts in real time. The rule is simple. The more immersive the space, the tighter the control must be. Audio, visuals, climate, crowd flow, everything has to move together without a stutter. The plan? Advanced automation and digital layers that run the machine behind the magic. Sustainability targets set the bar higher. The wider district aims for real greening. Big areas of park and planning, electric public transport, tough waste sorting, and deep cuts to mobility emissions. But what about the cube itself? Its patterned skin doesn't just honor tradition, it works as a thermal tool. Geometry, shading, and material choices fight back against Riyadh's sun. A rooftop garden adds to the mix. Walking paths, cycling routes, and an internal transport system all cut down car use. On paper, it looks like a model, how dense, mixed-use downtowns can grow with a lighter footprint. But others doubt if a project this big can really finish on time or stay on budget. And then there are the broader reports about labor conditions on Saudi megaprojects. In reply, the new Murabba team points to safety. They cite millions of safe work hours. They highlight moves to protect city infrastructure during excavation, like the bridge that keeps heavy trucks off public roads. The clash between claim and critique is clear, and the world will be watching. Money is a pressure point too. The broader New Murabba development is costed in the tens of billions of dollars. Early on, only a small fraction of that was publicly secured, so calls went out for outside partners to join. The message from leadership stays confident. Core operations in the downtown by the end of 2030 and a fully working Mukab after. But here's the catch. The capital stack must match the calendar. What if it doesn't? Features may phase, facades may finish before the full interior spectacle comes online. That's not failure, it's sequencing. Still, it shapes expectations. Then comes the tech. Can it keep up? Leaders linked to the project say the needed tech exists, but not yet at this scale. That leaves two paths: push the tech fast or stage the experience. The immersive world could debut in a simpler form, then grow as systems mature. And the district itself gives a timeline to follow. Big moments like Expo Riyadh 2030 and later, other global events. Exterior complete by one date. Interior wonders layered in after. After all, many of the world's largest buildings grew this way. Build the bones first, then keep adding muscle. Finally, a deeper debate. Who is this for? The plan promises jobs, tourism, culture, and a new face for Riyadh. The 15-minute city idea puts daily life at the center, yet critics worry about access and affordability. Will the most advanced experiences be out of reach for many? Will the cube become a postcard more than a place? Those questions won't be answered by renderings. They'll be answered by leases, ticket prices, transit maps, and who shows up on a Tuesday afternoon. That's the Mukab, a 400-meter cube that could change what a downtown means. If it works, Riyadh gets a new face, new jobs, and a new engine beyond oil. If it slips, it becomes the loudest lesson of Vision 2030. The dig is deep, the bridge is up, but the clock is tight, and the tech inside must scale like never before. So here's our question to you. Which part matters most? The immersive dome, the spiral tower, or the 15-minute city promise? And do you think Phase 1 by 2030 is real? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Do you see a gateway to another world, or a bet too bold? If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We have more deep dives coming.